What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I wanted to help all the hardcore gamers out there for Call of Duty Vanguard, since hardcore in this game is very strange. Usually in hardcore game modes, nearly every gun in the game will be killing in one shot, at least within its maximum damage range. However, this time around in Vanguard, it's hit marker city if you don't know which guns you should be gravitating toward, as well as certain attachments on those guns. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a bunch of excellent guns to use in hardcore game modes, since I've had so many people asking me, how do I stop getting hit markers constantly in hardcore game modes? Now keep in mind, since this game is so complex with how many attachments we have available in various combinations, this isn't necessarily the absolute best guns in hardcore. These are just the ones that I've discovered so far that I think are excellent options for you to use. If I find some more really interesting combinations and setups, I will be sure to share them in the future. But without further ado, let's just hop right into it. And one big thing I have to get out of the way right up front here, a lot of people have been asking me, how much health do you have this time in hardcore? And it turns out our base health is 30 in hardcore. And this can be a little bit frustrating when you look at the in-game stat menus, because for many of the guns in the game, they're going to be dealing like 28 or 29 damage. However, just keep in mind the in-game stated stats, those are your base damage values. They don't apply to your like torso or upper torso multipliers. So in many cases, if a gun is dealing 28 damage in those stats, it's actually dealing more like 31 or 32 damage to the torso or upper torso, and therefore you do actually have a one-shot kill potential, even though it might not look like it. In either case, let's start it off with the first one I've got for you guys, and this one is great for long-range maps. If you're planning on getting into gunfights at really long distances, one of the best guns that you can use right now is the NZ41, and the reason behind this is a one-shot kill anywhere in the body at any range. The only ways you're ever going to get a hit marker with this gun are going to be if you run into an armored player or if you're shooting through some form of cover. And to top this off, it is quite an accurate gun. It's fairly easy to handle as well. It's a little bit slow on the handling side, but like I said, this is designed more for the longer range engagements. So that's the first option, and one that I'd recommend for more of a long range map. However, there is an extremely similar counterpart here, and this is the BAR. It's basically the same story with this gun, although it has a slower fire rate, which means it's less forgiving if you miss a shot. And therefore, this is why I feel the NZ41's a little bit better, but the BAR is still an excellent option because this is also going to give you a one-shot kill at any range, no matter where in the body you're going to be shooting the target. So for both of those ones, you don't have to use any attachments to boost your damage or boost your multipliers anywhere on the body. You can just use them right out of the box, and they're going to be great one-shot kill weapons at any range. And since we're so free with our attachments here, I'd actually recommend stacking up on any attachments that boost our fire rates without harming our damage value. So like the recoil booster muzzle attachment, for instance, is a great choice on both of these guns. Having said that though, they don't compete super well up close against other guns that have better handling and can get a one-shot kill. And one of the best closer range setups to use in hardcore game modes with an SMG is going to be the MP40 actually. And the reason behind this is within its maximum damage range, it's a guaranteed one-shot kill anywhere in the body. You can shoot them in the toe, it'll still be a one-shot kill, and this is without attachments. But on top of this, this is just one of those extremely versatile guns. It has a solid fire rate, so it is forgiving for any sort of missed shots. It's extremely accurate, it's got great handling and mobility stats, excellent hip fire. It's just one of those great all-arounders. The only thing to keep in mind with this is once you extend beyond your maximum damage range, it will drop off to a two-shot kill. So what you want to be focusing on while building this class setup is maximizing your maximum damage range. So make sure you stack up on attachments that'll do that, again, without harming your actual damage value in the menus. And if you do that, you can get a consistent one-shot kill out to a little bit over 20 meters, which is pretty impressive. And this makes the MP40 excellent for really aggressive playstyles. Just keep in mind though, you generally don't want to be trying to challenge people across the map with this, even though you technically can since it is quite accurate. As for the next one, we're sticking with the SMG category, and this is a gun that's also great for hardcore since it has a much better one-shot kill potential than the MP40. This is the Owen. Now the Owen will be a one-shot kill anywhere in the body out to about 38 meters, which is a very solid range for an SMG, but like the BAR and the NZ41, this one does suffer from a very slow fire rate, and therefore it's a lot less forgiving than something like the MP40. And this is why I would rather use the MP40 even with its shorter one-shot kill potential. However, it was still worth mentioning the Owen in this because it is a solid choice. Now, before we get into the last gun on my list, which is quite possibly the best all-arounder in hardcore modes, I did want to give an honorable mention to one gun in particular, and this is the Klauser pistol. And the reason I like this so much is right out of the box, this is a one-shot kill anywhere in the body at any range, and it has pistol-level handling and hipfire. So that means it's got an amazing sprint out time, amazing aim down sight time, its hipfire spread is excellent for up close and personal as well, and you can treat this like a sniper rifle and pick people off across the map with one single bullet. So just knowing that, you might think, wow, this is absolutely the best gun in hardcore modes, but unfortunately this is held back pretty considerably by its very slow rate of fire and its high recoil. So if you do miss that first shot, you are going to be in a lot of trouble, because by the time you get that second shot off in a hardcore game mode, you likely already missed your chance and you're going to be dead. And then to top that off, even if you do get the opportunity to fire the second shot, it's likely going to miss due to recoil. So that's why the Clouser just deserves an honorable mention in my opinion. I don't think it is like the best gun in hardcore modes, but it is interesting that you can basically snipe with that gun. But after that, for our final weapon, I want to move back into the assault rifle category. And there's one gun and attachment combination in particular that I feel is quite possibly the best overall gun to use in hardcore modes. And this is the Volkssturmgewehr with the hollow point rounds. You have to be using those hollow point rounds to really maximize the effectiveness of this gun. But if you do that, this is going to be a one-shot kill anywhere in the body within the gun's maximum damage range, which isn't incredible by default with the Volkssturmgewehr, but if you use the first barrel attachment combined with the 30 Russian short ammo type, you can extend this range out to about 45 meters, which is a very solid range for this game. Most of your lines of sight are going to be well within that range. And that's just starting it off. The Volkssturmgewehr also has an amazing rate of fire potential, so this means it's going to be incredibly forgiving if you miss a shot or two. Or if you end up in the two-shot kill range, you're still going to be very competitive there. And then on top of that, it has pretty solid handling for an assault rifle. Its aim down sight time is really good. However, I haven't even gotten to the best part yet, and this is the fact that on this gun, we could use the Gung Ho proficiency, which literally eliminates our sprint out time. So you can play extremely aggressively with this, and you'll be getting your shot off before just about everybody else in the game. And that combination makes this quite possibly the best overall gun to be using in hardcore modes currently. And with that, that's going to wrap up today's video on the best hardcore guns and setups that I've found so far in Call of Duty Vanguard. Like I said, it's pretty likely that there are some hidden setups that I just haven't figured out yet, certain combinations of weapons and attachments that are also excellent for hardcore. But the ones that I shared on this list should at least get you started and get you on the right foot to better enjoying hardcore game modes, because I know a lot of people have just been so frustrated with it because it seems like all they can do is get hit markers. Now, of course, these are just my favorite guns to use in hardcore so far, based on all of my testing and the stats and my little bit of playtime, even though I don't play hardcore a whole lot. However, I am interested in hearing from you guys in the comment section below. Do you guys have any other guns that you feel are even better for hardcore game modes? And if so, just let me know down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.